See this right here? This is exactly why this is my number one most annoying character on Wi-Fi. I absolutely hate fighting this character. Oh my gosh, this character is the worst. So the other day, I saw an image posted on Twitter that was asking what are the 15 most annoying online characters to face in Elite Smash or Super Smash Bros. Online in general. I don't necessarily agree with this list, but today we're going to be making a tier list of the 15 characters that are listed on this image. So I've sorted them into 4 tiers. I Want Death being the worst characters to play against. Rage Quit, these are the characters that I'd probably rage quit against because I just hate them. Bad Day, characters that just don't make me want to play Elite Smash. And then Mild Annoyance characters who I don't enjoy fighting, but they're still okay. So starting off on the bottom of our list, number 15 is going to be Fox in Mild Annoyance. I'm not really sure why Fox is included on this list over many other characters that they could have put. However, Fox players tend to be kind of annoying just because of the fact that they're decent. Most people don't play Fox on Elite Smash, so the few Elite Smash Foxes that you fight are normally not bad. The only problem is that they just spam Nair and jab, and they just go for Nair up smash over and over and over again. And when they don't get it, they just kind of suck. They can be annoying to fight sometimes, especially if you're fighting a character that Fox just kind of destroys. However, most of the time, they're easy targets to spike. Most of the Foxes you're playing aren't going to be like crazy players. They'll be good players, and if you're playing the wrong character against them or a character you don't normally play, you're going to lose. So you might get mildly annoyed at them. However, Fox is not an online demon, and like I said, I'm not even really sure why he's on this list. So he goes to number 15. Number 14 is going to be Duck Hunt. I actually like fighting Duck Hunt. However, I probably have a different opinion than most people because for me, a lot of the characters that I play go even or beat Duck Hunt. Right? If I'm playing Palutena, I don't really have to be scared of Duck Hunt at all. I can just kind of go in there with Explosive Flame, forward air, and back air and nair, and just kind of mess up Duck Hunt. I understand that a lot of people don't like fighting Duck Hunt because of his can and Clay Pigeon. However, once you actually understand Clay, Pigeon, and the can, Duck Hunt isn't a crazy character. Duck Hunt's considered mid-tier for a reason. I do think Duck Hunt can have a little bit of potential, and the players that you play online that play Duck Hunt, since there aren't that many, usually are character specialists that are decently good at them. I always really enjoy fighting Duck Hunt. It feels like I'm having an even match where both of the players can have fun. However, I do understand Duck Hunt being really annoying, especially if they're campy. I would not want to face a campy Duck Hunt on Elite Smash with bad internet. That just does not sound fun. So Duck Hunt is going to go at number 14. At number 13, I'm going to put Snake. I actually don't think that Snake is that bad, and it's probably because of the same reason as the last one. I just think Snake, a lot of the characters that I play beat Snake or go even against Snake. Pikachu Snake, Palutena Snake, even Kazuya Snake can be decently fun sometimes, and I think most Snake players aren't that good. Most Snake players that you'll find on Elite Smash don't know the bomb routes, they don't know anything except basic Snake stuff like throw my bombs, dash attack, do my tilts, up smash, Nikita, repeat. They're not super technical, which means you're not going to go against bomb camping snakes that just know how to space out your characters completely. It's mostly just going to be a back and forth match. Characters like Captain Falcon are really fun to play against Snake because the match goes back and forth depending on who's in advantage and who's in disadvantage. And I just generally overall normally like fighting snakes. Snake is a heavy character, and even though Snake is a better heavy character with projectiles, I still enjoy fighting heavies most of the time in Ultimate. So for that, I'm going to put Snake at 13. He can still definitely be annoying with bombs and all the stuff that he can do to camp because he can be one of the most campy characters in the entire game. And playing against a laggy Snake does not sound like fun whatsoever. However, I don't think Snake is that bad, especially compared to some of the other characters that we can see up here. So Snake is going to sit at number 13. At number 12, I'm going to put Bowser. And Bowser is going to be the last character that I put in Mild Annoyance. Now, if you asked me how I would rank Bowser in 2019, I probably would have put Bowser all the way up in Rage Quit. And that is simply because Bowser has lowered on both actual tier lists and on this Wi-Fi tier list just because of the fact of the inclusion of certain top tiers like Steve, Kazuya, Pyramithra, all characters who absolutely destroy Bowser, meaning that I can just enjoy beating up on a Bowser most 10 times out of 10. On a lot of these characters that I'll put up higher, they have like a comeback potential where you'll feel like you're winning, and then some online lag happens, or they just start playing really degenerate, and then they start coming back randomly, and you just end up losing for no reason. You don't know why. Bowser just doesn't really have that. You just kind of dominate Bowser the whole time. If I'm playing a character like Palutena, I can just nair Bowser across the stage. If I'm playing a character like Steve, I can just up tilt or jab Bowser across the stage. Most Bowser players aren't very good, which means they don't know their proper spacing. Their game plan is just going to be spam up B, spam forward air, and if you're an actual decent player and your character can actually punish those things, most Bowser players are not going to be that difficult to defeat online, and the Bowser population in general has just gone down. You don't see nearly the amount of Bowser players that you would see, say, in 2019 or 2020. Pretty much between pre-DLC Pack 2, the Bowser population has been forced into extinction almost. So you'll hardly come across a Bowser, and yet a good Bowser who would be super annoying on Elite Smash, which is why I'm going to put Bowser in mild annoyance. Now moving on to Bad Day. Robin is a character that you probably do not see that much online because most people do not play Robin. In fact, I would probably go on to say that Robin is probably one of the least played characters in all of Smash Ultimate. Obviously, I don't know the data for that. However, Robin is just not fun to play against just because of the fact that stuff like Levin Sword, which has extended hitboxes, has very janky disjoints, which can hit through certain hitboxes. Ledge pokes down smash with Levin Sword is really annoying to deal with, especially against a good Robin. And just overall projectile spam using neutral B and side B. The side B fire catches you when you think it really shouldn't. Even when you're fighting against a bad Robin who can just spam side B. Side B into up smash, side B into forward air, side B into up air. All of those combinations really work for Robin, which is why Robin can be such an annoyance to fight online. However, there are a few things that you can realize with Robin. If you just sit on the ledge against the flame side B sometimes, it just doesn't hit you. There's multiple options that you can get out of Robin, and once you're in Robin's face, there's not much that Robin can do. However, certain Robins know tricks like Nosferatu, using side B, similar to Bowser, which can make Bowser really annoying sometimes. Robins can do it too. They have a command grab. Online command grab means you just can't sit and shield, especially when they're near your shield or jumping around you, because they could just command grab your shield, and that'll be really annoying for you. However, if you actually get used to it and you understand what you need to do, you're able to beat Robin sometimes. And Robin doesn't have a great matchup chart. There's a bunch of characters in the game that beat Robin, especially the top tiers. So if you're playing a top tier, you shouldn't struggle too much with Robin. However, Robin definitely, a good Robin and a laggy Robin can definitely make you have a bad day and not want to play Elite Smash anymore. So next on my list is probably a surprise that I'm placing so low. Pac-Man actually goes low because I think Pac-Mans all play the exact same way. There's very few Pac-Mans that you're going to find online that play differently from one another. However, that game plan, that one single brain cell that all of the Pac-Man mains share, is really, really dumb. It's really hard to fight because Pac-Man is just a generally good character. So if all Pac-Man mains, who all get boosted by online, all play the exact same way, then they're all going to be annoying. They all jump up and hydrant from the air. They sit back and charge their fruit. They throw their fruit. They spam their nairs. They repeat the process and just spam the fire hydrants. The problem with Pac-Man, and is probably the first character that I really think on this list is like this, is that you'll be winning against a Pac-Man, say 3 stocks to 1, and then randomly the Pac-Man will just start winning. You just start playing bad and making mistakes. Oh, you get hit by a bell, there's a stock. Oh, you get hit by a bunch of hydrants in a row because the Pac-Man is just camping and you're impatient to in the game, there's another stock. All of a sudden, Pac-Man's even again, gets a really dumb forward smash off the ledge or something like that, and then boom, the game is over and you've lost in like 3 minutes and you don't even know how. You were winning half the game. Why did you lose? It was just Pac-Man being Pac-Man. And none of the players that you'll face, sometimes you'll face the top tier annoying Pac-Mans, which are like really campy Pac-Mans that'll just sit there and spam nair and forward air. Those would push Pac-Man up to rage quit, but since most Pac-Mans are the exact same, I'm going to put Pac-Man in Bad Day. Sometimes you just destroy Pac-Mans and they're really fun to fight against because they're not very good, but sometimes that annoying strategy can get to you, and that's why I put Pac-Man at number 10. At number 9, I'm going to put King Dedede. King Dedede, similar to Pac-Man, all of them share the exact same brain cell. King Dedede mains generally do not do anything different except run back Gordo. They'll jump in the air a few times, they'll nair, their forward air, back air, and repeat the process. Except, similarly to Pac-Man, you'll be playing against Dedede and suddenly Gordo will start hitting you twice for some reason, and then all of the Gordo combos will start hitting you, and then Dedede will get you on a lead trap, or edge guard you off stage, and then all of a sudden you've lost the game that you were winning for like 4 minutes. The problem with games on Elite Smash, and it's a problem that I face a lot, is that games feel so long, especially after getting those first 2 stocks against such an annoying character, that you just want the game to be over as fast as possible. And when the game doesn't end that fast, you just start making a bunch of mistakes. And that's where these characters thrive, when you make mistakes, which is why DDD is such an annoying character. I have a rule with DDD. It's called the DDD jump challenge. Every single time DDD takes a stock, DDD will always run to the ledge and jump from ledge. DDD pretty much does this every single time. If you ever face a DDD, just remember the DDD jump rule, and it'll make matchup a lot easier. However, DDD is going to be the last character in Bad Day. Starting off with our Rage Quit tier, we have our first Rage Quit. I'm going to put Ness. Ness is actually probably a little low for some people. However, similarly to other characters on the list, Ness has moved down in my tier of annoyance just because I have a lot of characters that I play that beat Ness. Like Palu absolutely obliterates Ness. Certain other characters like Joker are fun to play against Ness. Steve, fun to play against Ness. I do play Kazuya though, and Kazuya is not fun to play against Ness, which makes Ness a lot higher on this list. And there have definitely been times where I've rage quitted because of a Ness, getting PK fired over and over again on laggy Wi-Fi. Doing a Ness that actually knows how to use down B can be very annoying, especially if it's lagging, so you mess up your spacing and you mess up your timings. If you're using a character like Lucina, beating Ness requires using forward air and back air and spacing correctly. And if it's laggy Ness is just spamming PK fire, and you mess up one time and get PK fired into baseball bat, F smash, you're just gonna rage quit, and that happens so often. Plus, hearing the PK fire voice line over and over again is super annoying. Like top 10 most annoying things in this entire game to hear is just PK fire spam over and over again. So much so that it's become a meme that you probably know about by now. But yeah, Ness definitely in rage quit tier. I've rage quit against Ness before, and I'm sure a lot of people have too. So next up is going to be probably the surprise of this list, Isabelle. If you've watched any tier list, you know that Isabelle is probably top 5 worst characters in the game. So why am I putting Isabelle so high on this list? Well, it's because Isabelle probably is one of the characters that gets the biggest boost from online that I've probably ever seen in my life. It's ridiculous how much of a boost Isabelle gets online, simply because of stuff like down B being unreactable, or accidentally messing up your poke down tilt and getting hit by the down B. Just really annoying things that nobody likes to fight against. And Isabelle players, when you lose to an Isabelle, especially if you get like fishing rod at the ledge plus down B, it's like an unbeatable ledge trap online. It feels like you're stuck in like the pit and you can't get out. There's no escape options for a lot of characters. And dying to an Isabelle, it just brings out the worst in you. When you die to an Isabelle and you lose to a top 5 worst character in the game, especially a character that probably your character most likely beats, you just get mad. You just rage quit, right? This is why I think Isabelle deserves to be at this spot. Most underrated character in this list for Wi-Fi in general. But yeah, Isabelle easily rage quit tier. At 6, I'm actually going to put Rob. Similarly to a lot of other characters, I like fighting Rob sometimes. However, really good Robs are just really good. I mean, Rob is a good character in general. Probably the best character that we've had on this list so far, outside of Fox and Snake. And Rob, in general, just has a very online game plan. If you know how to deal with gyro, and a lot of characters that are fast can deal with gyro. However, if you're playing a slow character that can't really grab gyro very well, or deal with Rob's fast nair, it's going to be a nightmare to fight Rob. I even hate talking about Rob just because I used to play Rob, and I wasn't very good with Rob. So I wasn't even dominating online because I just wasn't good with Rob. However, the Robs that are really good, they dominate online, and they're just not fun to fight against. So Rob easily goes in rage quit tier. Definitely have rage quit against a Rob before. At number 5, I'm going to put Link. Link is this high simply because all of Link's have terrible players. Like, there's barely, even in the top level, there's barely any top level Link players. And the Link players that do play Link online all suck. They're carried by side B, forward air, and nair. I mean, nair carries Link as a character in general. And an online where you can just spam that and spam his smash attacks, which are unreactable sometimes online due to the frame delay. It's just really bad to fight a Link. Links will always be getting BS kills on you. Boomerang to forward air being a true combo at a lot of percents and just killing you is annoying. Sometimes you'll get reverse side bead and you're just going to lose it. I remember there would be like times where you just try to go for the edge guard to finish off the game, and then you completely forget Link has reverse side beat and you just die for it, and I hate that. It makes you rage quit. And even though I think Link is such an underrated character, I just think every single player that plays Link sucks. Nobody knows how to use bond combos. Nobody uses them well. Link is just a bad combination online, which is why Link is going to be the first character in the top 5. Now, we're going to move on to I Want Death. These are the worst characters in the entire game, but I hate playing online. If I play any of these characters online, I'm going to lose it. I'm actually going to surprise people and put Samus as 4th place on this list. A lot of people would probably be like, Samus number 1. Samus is the only character to get an online nickname. If you know, Samus is referred to as Spamus online. And generally just because Samus's whole moveset revolves around projectiles. You have neutral B, side B missiles. You have down B being bombs that space people out. Disjointed Zair with and just forward air in general, just spacing people out. So Samus's whole idea and game plan is to space people out. So when you combine that with online lag and not being able to punish things correctly, Samus just gets to be probably has the biggest reputation for being the most annoying character online in general. I think Samus carries players that aren't good, and when you fight a laggy Samus, you literally want to die. I hate it so much. There'd be times where I would rage quit and do worse than rage quit, just stop playing the game for a few days because of an online Samus, right? It gets that bad, and it's just not fun to play against. So Samus easily goes into the I Want Death tier. Next up, I'm going to put Min Min. People would probably put Min Min a little bit lower. However, I think Min Min is just super dumb because Min Min invalidates a lot of characters. Like, I play Kazuya. Kazuya is just a not fun character to play against Min Min. Like, straight up, if I play a Min Min, I understand that I'm just going to have to sit there and laser spam. And if it's actually a good Min Min, there's barely anything I can do about it. Unless I'm playing peak perfection Kazuya online and Min Min sucks. Min Min is just going to be a stupid character. The fact that ARMs are good online and offline and just become better online, it just makes the character just a nightmare to deal with in general. One of the only characters you see on the screen when you pops up, and you just think to yourself, I'm not going to have a good fun next 5 minutes or so. This is not going to be fun. So Min Min easily gets into our top 3. Now, between our last 2 characters, we have Sonic and Sora. And I'm actually going to surprise people, and I'm going to put Sonic number 2. And I'm going to put Sora as our number 1 most annoying character to play online. Now, let me explain Sonic first. Now, Sonic obviously is an annoying character to play online. Anybody that says differently probably, I mean, I don't know. They would have to be Steve God number 69 or something like that, right? There's no way that you wouldn't think that Sonic is annoying online. However, Sonic is not quite as annoying as Sora for me, and that's because Sonic does have the potential to time you out. He has the potential to be annoying. However, most of the Sonics you play are not good. Sonic does not carry. Actually, sorry. Let me rephrase that. Sonic carries a lot of really bad players or character players that aren't as good as they seem when they play Sonic online, just because of how unreactable and how invulnerable Spin Dash is for a lot of characters. They just can't react to it. It's just too fast for them. However, I think Sora carries players a lot more in that capacity. Which is why I'm going to put Sonic at 2, and number 1 goes to Sora just because of the fact that I think every single Sora player is bad, and there are really top tier Sora players that are just good because it's online. I think Sora is the single most carried online character of all time. Sora carries half of the people that play Sora, and so ever since the final day, ever since Sora has released, you've just seen an increase in Soras online. You just see them every time. I'll try to play Kazuya, boom, there's a Sora. I'll try to play Mario, boom, there's a Sora. I'll try to play any single character online. You can best believe in an Elite Smash session, I'm going to find a Sora. And all of the Soras play the exact same way. They space you out with their projectiles. They'll spam fire. They'll combo fire into grab or into dash attack, which is a true combo for who knows why. A free projectile that true combos into dash attack or grab is ridiculous online. Thunder kills ridiculously early off the side and is a great ledge and edge guarding tool. Up B is a kill move for whatever reason. All of the smash attacks are disjointed and ridiculously fast for no reason. Nair is the most spammable move in the entire game and is probably the best Nair in the entire game. You have forward air, which also spaces out, tilts that reach ridiculously long. I mean, Sora has everything that you could want in an online character and more. Floaty, pretty much infinite recovery, pretty much impossible unless you have a huge spike or great edge guarding tools to edge guard, which means Sora is going to make it back every time, which means you can't just edge guard a character like you can for something like Sonic or Min Min. Sora is just everything that I hate in online culminated into one character, which is why I don't like fighting Sora with any single character in the game. Sora is, to me, other than Sonic offline, is the most effective camper online specifically. Just in general, to be able to rack up damage while camping at the same time. It's ridiculous how good Sora has become online, and just how many players play Sora online. Every time I see Sora is easily the character that I see on the screen, and I'm like, I am not going to have a fun next 5 minutes. This is going to be miserable. But that's why I think Sora goes on number 1 in my tier list. But these are my tier. I've ranked each tier. I've broken this list of 15 characters into 4, and this is my final tier list. Let me know in the comments if you disagree with any of these rankings, and let me know if you guys want me to make a list of my personal top 15 most annoying online characters. But as always, I hope you guys have enjoyed this video, and I'll see you guys next time.